Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sushi Dragon Masters, and today I am going to do the Booktube Newbie Tag because I am a Booktube newbie. So let's get started. I'm not quite sure who created this tag, but if I find out who, I will link them down below. I will try to find out who. I will. I can't guarantee anything, but I'll find out. Or at least try to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so let's get started. So, why did you start this channel? Well, it kind of started like, one, I read a lot, or I recently had started reading a lot, and I only had like one other reader, like friend who read similar things to me, but yet at the same time, I was reading all the books she hadn't yet. So anytime I brought up a book, she would be like, oh, I want to read that. And then I would be like, don't say anything, because if I open my mouth, I am going to spoil her. But if you don't, you actually probably know who this friend is by now, because I tag her all the time. And that's Leah. So I'm just going to give her a random shout out. So hi. And also, so I wanted to get some of the things that I was feeling out. But also, I would see people doing book tags, and I would come up with my own answers, and I would just be like, I want to do that now, because now I have answers, so I want to do it now. So, yeah, that's kind of where I got started. Also, I was originally going to have a different type of channel, where I had more of a schedule, and now I don't have a schedule, but I don't like having a schedule. I like being able to do things freely. I do try to get one out a week at least, like that's my minimum. I'm going to try to have some sort of schedule eventually. One day, I will have a schedule that I will follow. One day that will happen. When I'm not a procrastinator. Okay, the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I mean, I like to think I'm fun and unique. I have a cat here. He's fun and unique. He's overweight. He's actually not mine either. He's my sister's cat. But my sister's not here right now, so I'm gonna steal him. And also another thing that is kind of a little bit more unique about me is like the Booktube community really reads like lots of YA, and like they have read like all this stuff and I'm just here like I'm new. I just started reading this recently. Don't spoil me. Like there are so many times when I have to mute videos because I'm like, don't tell me anything. That happens a lot actually, mainly because I just read Throne of Glass recently, and everyone will start talking about like the second book or the third book, and the fourth book just came out, and now I'm just like avoiding the internet and not googling Throne of Glass or anything like that because I heard things happen in book 4 that I fear, and I'm scared, but I'm gonna continue on anyways. Okay. I feel like I just rambled with that question. Question 3. What are you most excited about this new channel? I don't know. I'm excited to give videos to the world because the world deserves more booktubers, because we should all read more. Even if, like, we read one book a year, maybe the year before that you read no books. Then you just, by definition, you read more. I'm smart. Sort of. Sometimes. When I feel like it. Why do you love reading? I'm gonna give a really weird answer, like, because I can't watch movies. Now that answer is going to sound so weird to people, but here's the thing. when I watch a movie, I start picking out all these little details about it. And if you put a notebook in my lap and a pencil, I can like jot down so many notes about this movie, like picking out little details, like okay, right there, this was off, and that was off over there, and this one actor, like I can do that. And while most people just sit there and enjoy the movie, like if you ask me if a movie was good, I might say yes, but then I'll follow it up with like this big explanation of everything that went wrong with it. Even if it is a good movie, I will find something that happens. So, like, when I read, it's kind of like my equivalent of when other people watch movies. Like, I don't really think about it, if that makes sense. It's like how when I used to watch movies and I used to just be there for the enjoyment of it. And now I just can't. Like, it feels like work. And I can watch the same movie over and over and over again because I'm like, oh, you get something new out of it every time. Just like people say, well, each time you read the book, you get something new out of it. I bet you do, but I've only reread like 1 or 2 books in my life. I want to reread more. That would be nice. But I also like that feeling of almost as if I'm escaping reality. To be with all my friends that don't live in the real world. I promise you, I'm normal. I'm not insane yet. What book or series got you into reading? Now for this, I think originally, like, I was a little kid once. I read what little kids read, but I don't really like to count that because I think all little kids read pretty much the same things. But basically, reading really wasn't my thing when I was younger, and I mean, it was with all those little kid Dr. Seuss stuff. But then, I started getting older, and then books had chapters, and I didn't like that. I was a great kid, wasn't I? But anyways, then one day I read the book Shiloh by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor, and I really liked it. And then I kind of read lots of contemporaries, but they were strictly like had animals in them. I can't answer why, but like I would only read things if they had animals in them. So like I read Shiloh, and then I got into the Bunnicula series, and I read all those books, and then I read A Dog's Life and Everything for a Dog. And that's why I learned that, and during that time I learned that sequels sometimes don't need to exist. And then I got really into historical fiction, and I read so much of that. It was originally strictly World War II, but then my favorite historical fiction book turned out to be about the Titanic. I don't know why, but it was. It still kind of is, in a way. It's just part of my life like that. And then one day, I could not get into any book at all. And then I was that weird person who did research about young adult. And then just last December, admittedly, I picked up Match by Ali Kandi, and then I got into young adult, and then I kind of got like really into reading, because then I found out that I like dystopians a lot, so I got into YA at the right time. And I also like fantasy, which I thought I didn't like originally, but I actually do. I think it's sci-fi that I have problems with. I bet sci-fis can be good, I just haven't found the one that's for me yet. Okay, so after that long, extensive answer, we're moving on to question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Probably be, how are you able to... There's a ginormous fly in my house, and my sister's cat is over there doing nothing about it. He's fat, dude. You're fat. He just gave me a look. What was I saying? Oh, I'd ask them how they edit their videos so well, because we'll get into that with the next question. The next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And that's going to be editing, because I use probably the world's most simplest editing stuff, and I still have trouble a lot sometimes. It's getting better, and I would like to one day be able to use something more professional-ish. But for now, I just have to kind of bear with how my videos look, and they don't always look the best, admittedly. But I mean, you know, I work on it. Especially doesn't look that good because there's like this random piece of paper right here, which is like a thing I drew when I was about 10, and then signed my name on it. I don't know why. I wish my Percy Jackson poster was in the background. I tried to make it be in the background, but I put it up too high. It's here, so it's off camera. Sad days. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye!